What if the thing you want most is the very thing that makes you lose who you are? This is a darkly whimsical adventure about acceptance, identity, and finding where you truly belong.
The movie opens as a train pulls into a small place called Grubber's Nubbin. Stepping off is Fulbert Freakfinder, a traveling performer who hopes to entertain the villagers and earn a little money along the way. Fulbert introduces his performers one by one, putting on his show with confidence, but the crowd isn't impressed. One by one, the villagers lose interest and walk away. A young girl named Arabella tells him the problem. The act isn't scary enough, and there's something much scarier, the Castle Grotteskew.
The castle sits high on a mountain. Inside lives a professor who has created many monsters. His very first creation is Stitchhead, who now helps run the castle. Stitchhead takes care of each new monster as they are brought to life. He cleans them, looks after them, and shows them a warning film. If the monsters ever go down to the village, an angry mob will rise up and burn the castle to the ground. After watching the film, the monster calms down and begins to act more civil. Stitchhead then introduces him to the other monsters and gives him a name, Creature. That night, Stitchhead gathers them together and reads a story, reminding them not to draw attention from the villagers so they can live almost happily ever after. The next morning, the sound of a ringing bell echoes through the castle. When Stitchhead goes to check, he finds Mr. Freakfinder outside. Stitchhead repeatedly turns him away, refusing to leave the castle, but Mr. Freakfinder doesn't give up. Eventually, Stitchhead agrees to meet him on the roof, keeping his face hidden. When Stitchhead finally reveals himself, he firmly declares, "No visitors," and pushes Freakfinder's hand away from the roof as the man shouts after him, "They'd love you." While looking out at the village through a telescope, Stitchhead notices a young girl staring back at him. She waves, as if she's certain she's been seen. Later, Stitchhead goes to speak with the professor, who is busy creating another monster. He tries to explain everything about Mr. Freakfinder, but the professor barely listens and continues working. In that moment, Stitchhead feels ignored and forgotten. As he steps outside, he spots flyers scattered around, each one showing his face with the words, "The Unforgettable Stitchhead." Seeing them changes something in him. He decides to leave with Mr. Freakfinder. But as he starts to go, Creature suddenly catches him with a rope. They struggle as Creature tries to hold him back, and Stitchhead, torn, tells him to let go. Stitchhead is taken to Freakfinder's caravan, where Freakfinder hides him inside. Outside, Freakfinder draws in the villagers, teasing them with the promise of a show and hinting that it comes from Castle Grotteskew, sparking their curiosity. As Stitchhead gets ready inside, Freakfinder urges him to make the audience scream. When Stitchhead is finally revealed, a man immediately jumps back in terror. Back at the castle, the monsters gather together. Creature makes a decision. He's going to rescue Stitchhead and bring him home. Meanwhile, Arabella keeps asking to see Stitchhead, but her grandmother always stops her. At the same time, Stitchhead continues performing, frightening the villagers. The more he scares them, the more successful the show becomes. Soon, Freakfinder's group is earning plenty of money and celebrating their success. Night falls, and Arabella sneaks in to see Stitchhead for herself. Stitchhead is surprised to find that she isn't scared of him at all. Before she can ask any questions, Freakfinder steps in and quickly takes her away. Soon after, Freakfinder puts on a large performance for a packed crowd, earning his circus a huge profit. When the show ends, Creature arrives to rescue Stitchhead, but panic sets in when Creature sees Arabella. During the chaos, they both fall off a cliff. Afterward, Stitchhead refuses to return to the castle and turns Creature away. As Arabella and Stitchhead walk through the village, people begin to recognize him and ask for autographs. Arabella brings him to her room, where she shows him drawings she made of the monsters living in the castle. When Freakfinder discovers this, he feels hurt and angry. But just then, Stitchhead returns to him and promises to take part in another performance. Another major performance begins, but in the middle of the show, something goes wrong. Stitchhead's arm becomes caught in chains, nearly tearing it off. At that moment, Creature appears out of nowhere, terrifying the crowd. Panic spreads and the circus catches fire. Creature manages to rescue Stitchhead, while Freakfinder grabs Arabella and learns from her that there are other monsters living in the castle. Using this information, Freakfinder spreads a false story, claiming the monsters kidnapped Arabella. The lie stirs up an angry mob in the village. In truth, Freakfinder himself is the one who took her, hoping to capture more monsters for his circus. Back at the castle, Creature safely brings Stitchhead home, but soon the villagers arrive as well. Stitchhead tries to convince the monsters to stop hiding and embrace who they are. When the humans break in, the monsters scatter in fear. With nowhere left to run, Stitchhead plays a reversed version of the warning film, one that encourages the monsters to show their true selves instead of hiding them. In the middle of the chaos, Arabella breaks free, and the truth finally comes out. She was kidnapped by Freakfinder all along.
Meanwhile, Freakfinder makes one last attempt to kidnap the professor. Stitchhead and Creature step in to stop him, blocking his escape. In the struggle, Stitchhead sacrifices his arm to keep Freakfinder from getting away. At the same time, a new monster comes to life and immediately gives chase after Freakfinder. Badly injured, Stitchhead finally catches the professor's attention. For the first time, the professor truly sees Stitchhead and all of his earlier creations. In the end, the monsters and the townsfolk reach an understanding. Fear fades, and the monsters are welcomed into the village, accepted as part of the community.